here today?
To me, this is what government is all about. It reminds me of the people at the beginning of our country that said, we're not going to put up with being, pushed around, stepped on. This is a government by and for the people, and this is what it looks like. It's not a top-down thing, it's a bottom-up thing, and this is what bottom-up looks like. So.
When it comes to the mainstream media, federal and state government, it seems they're more interested in pushing that we should just trust the election instead of pushing that we can actually trust the election. What changes need to happen moving forward?
Heaven help us if we ever start trusting the government, because, and our founding fathers said that, government is it's a fire, it's dangerous, it's got to be controlled. You don't step back and say, well, it's not my job to watch over the government. It is our job to watch over the government, and if we don't do it, it turns into a dangerous thing that will just consume us.
Amen.
And you've got people on one side that lie, and people on the other side who are affected by that, who don't know that they're even being lied to. The propaganda and the punishment, and if we go down that path, it's a version of 21st century communism that is being pushed by world powers right now. It's being pushed on us, and if we allow that to happen, it's not going to end well.
What is the next step for we the people? What can we the people do?
Honestly, realization is the most powerful thing. If you realize what's going on and you realize what's at stake, then you behave differently than if you think all is well and we can someone else will take care of this. We got to realize what's happening here is going to end poorly for us. Like I say, honest people have rights too, and in bad policies, it's the honest people who are left holding the bag, paying the bills, losing their businesses, watching their house property taxes go through the roof, and they're saying, who is watching out for us? Why did this happen? So next for us is standing up for ourselves, recognizing that we're in charge, and if we do that, we've got, the sky's the limit. In good government, prosperity happens. You rise from a low level to opulence. Adam Smith, one of my favorite quotes, is all that's required to rise from barbarism to opulence is peace, easy taxes, and a tolerable administration of justice. And I look at our own government, it's like we passed that exit way back there. So as much as I would like government to be hands-off, it's like government has a responsibility now to kind of step in and kind of bring back a little bit of tolerable administration of justice, a little bit of more easy taxes. We have an obligation to get in and proactively cut government and serve the people.
Benjamin Franklin and a couple of the other founding fathers during the Revolutionary War, one of the big things that was said consistently was resistance to tyranny is obedience to God. What does that statement mean to you?
Oh, it's so essential, and it's at every level. The federal government is there to make sure that state governments don't trample on the rights of people. We've seen that happen. We've seen the federal government come in and say, hey, on civil rights issues, and say, sorry, state, you can't do this to people. And then we've seen the state governments tell the federal government, hey, sorry, federal government, you can't do this to people. Mayors have to stand up. It's that doctrine of the middle magistrate that people, it's like you have a responsibility to God. When something, if you're a cop and you're given an order to do something unethical, it's your duty to say, I won't do it, no matter what the consequences. We have people like Eric Brutus who will tell you, I followed my duty to God and it cost me dearly, but he still has a voice and a clear conscience, and that's all you can do is stand up for truth.
I love it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
God bless. And America.